disconnected.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I stuck my TR5, Magellan TR5 on here, and of course probably not recommended because it's not actually for the off-road. The TRX7 is the one that's recommended for off-road, which I have the TRX7, but it's just so big. And I thought, boy, if I could get that TR5 to work, as long as I'm not going bashing through creeks and brush real bad, but just riding some back roads, I think it ought to work good. And it fits perfectly on my RAM mount, just like my iPhone does. So a right angle plug would be nice right here. So the wire wouldn't be sticking out here. It could come down and around. Got it plugged into my USB. And it's charging, so we're just going to ride today and try it out and see how it works. But also I was going to say that I did on the speaker on the back and some of the ports here on the side, you can see I did put some blue masking tape on there, painter's tape, whatever you want to call it, and on the speaker on the back and stuff, just to cover up some ports to keep some dust out. I'm not planning on going riding with a bunch of people in front of me, none of that anyway, so not a lot of dust, but I'm so used to using that TR7, the TRX7 on the Africa Twin, and then in the Jeep and stuff. Man, when you go back road and it's just so nice. I hate to do without it, so I wish they made like a 5 like this that was ruggedized. You know, something smaller for dual sports, because there's a lot of dual sport. Actually, I think there's more dual sport riders out there than there are adventure riders. And us people that ride dual sports, we need something that's ruggedized that shows all the trails. And that would be super. So, a good GPS. And we could still do tracks and trails and record our tracks and everything and upload them. So that'd be super if we had a ruggedized one. But we're going to try this one out. Hey, I want to find out if it works. I know it's going to work, but hopefully it'll last some vibration and bumps and stuff on the dirt road. I think it should hold up to that. And like I say, I got some stuff taped off to keep some dust out, so we're going to ride and find out. Another thing I wanted to show you was, this is a good example of why I like the Magellan, the TRX7, the TR7, the TR5, any of them. They're the same as far as the map. But if you look, you can see the road, and I can follow these roads. I can look and see if where these roads go, if they go where I want to go. Because on a regular map like my Garmin, it does not show these roads. There's a whole bunch of these roads it won't show. And even like these small ones here, I can zoom in here, pinch. Like this here is just a driveway, but it don't show it. And some driveways around this country, there's a lot of people that have driveways that turn off the road. They just look like a dirt road, but they don't say anything like dead end or private road or nothing. So until you turn on it, you ride down it for a mile, and you figure out that it just goes to somebody's house. So the cool thing about the Magellan is it shows all that. So I can look around, pan around, and find out where I want to go. If there's a road that I think, well, okay, this road goes on through and comes out, so I can go on that one. And after I do that, then to get back where I'm at, just push this little arrow here. It'll send me back on the road where I'm at. I can zoom out and see more. I can zoom in closer. I like to be zoomed out. Not that far till I lose the map. But I like to be zoomed out about the first one where I can see the roads, yet it still shows all the driveways. So that's pretty good. And I click on this and center it, and then I can head on down the road now. you can see on this map, it shows this road here is kind of like a Y. It's real small. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but it Y is there, which is that Y right there. And also it would even show like this person's driveway up here is a loop, like they have a circle drive, and it shows it on the map as a circle drive. How they did it, I don't know, but it's all on there. Well, it's pretty solid on the ram mount. Of course, about like I guess your iPhone would be or whatever. Seems to be pretty solid. I go out exploring roads. I go to a spot where I think I've never been, and of course take the Magellan, and we just pick roads randomly and think, well, let's try this one because it don't dead end, so we'll follow it down. And once we find one that we like, we can always mark that road, make a track of it, and we'll save it and upload it. And we can come back later, or if somebody comes to ride with me, go dual sport riding, then I can take them, you know, on that track that I made and show them. So that's what I'm doing. I've been saving some of the best ones, and on my Magellan account. Of course, you get in this area and you look, you're going to come up with my tracks. If you do some searching, you'll find where I've made some around here and put them on my Magellan account. The TRX site. Well, there's some red clay here. Oh, hills. A lot of red clay. Up here's where the dogs always come out. Pit bulls. Very cool. It's amazing how many trails that I have found on this Magellan too. And they're old roads that have grown up and they go off out through trees, and they're there. It's showing them on here, even though they're not even open anymore and don't look like they've been open for 100 years. I mean, because huge trees, you know, it would be kind of like wanting to take off through there. The tree's that big, but there is a road out through there. You can see it. And it came out on another road, another trail. But it's on the map. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, we're going to try this when we start doing off-road. I'm going to just keep trying it and make sure it holds up and everything. So I'm not saying I recommend it for an off-road GPS because it's really not meant for that. It's not the ruggedized, waterproof one like you can get the TRX7. Now, the nice part about the TRX7 is the screen on it is 7 inches instead of 5. And that 7-inch makes a huge difference. But, and I may see if I can figure out a way to put the TRX7 on here. And I don't know exactly where to put it where it's not going to be in the way of my gauges and stuff. But because I really like that big screen on it. But on the Africa Twin, it was no problem. Plenty of room. But on here, it's pretty small. But I'm going to work on that and see if I can come up with a way to mount it. So, anyway, Magellan TR5. I'll post a link below. You can check them out. Don't necessarily buy this for an off-road GPS. I mean, it is an off-road GPS. I shouldn't say that, but for a dual sport GPS, because I've not done testing it, and maybe if we're lucky someday, the Magellan will come up with a smaller one for dual sports and stuff like that. You know, they'll be more compact, and this thing works great. So, thank y'all for watching Woodzman Adventures. Click the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Lots more coming up. Catch y'all in the next video. Right on.